Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at this Lego Batman Special Edition magazine here. This is the Lego Batman number 33. And these are kind of unique. I haven't talked about them on the channel before. This is actually the first one I've ever had, and so that's pretty exciting for me as just an aspect of the Lego kind of world and the Lego Group's products that I don't experience or haven't had much experience with. And that's partly because, or mainly because, these are, I think, only available in Europe and Australia. I don't know anywhere else. I think this one has the British or the pounds UK price and the Australian price, which is £4.75 UK, and then $11.99 Australian dollars. So that's kind of what this costs, and occasionally these, or often these magazines come with a minifigure or a small build or something like that. And I think they have magazines for Minecraft, they have Ninjago, they have DC, they have Marvel. I don't know if they have Star Wars. I don't know. I don't even know to the how many different themes Lego does these magazines for. And so it's pretty excited. This one, it's like a special edition because it comes with a kind of a micro build, kind of like a polybag build for a Batmobile. So I don't know if this has a real set number or anything like that. We'll see when I take it off, but it does have 48 pieces. And I already talked about the kind of retail price for these. I don't know if this is a modern one or a little bit old or anything like that, but I did not pay for this. This was another thing that was sent to me by a very, very generous viewer who I've been in communication with, and it was a really amazing surprise and a really awesome thought, so thank you so much to that person. But I'll be talking about it, the set and the magazine as a whole, kind of in relation to the MSRP that's listed on the magazine, as well as like the prices that I've seen these being sold for at like various brick conventions stateside, or even just these kind of foil packs or paper packs that come with the magazine. So that's what's gonna happen. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. I may even also take some time to kind of go through this magazine and kind of show people what's in here, just in case. There's different comics things here, big page for Lex Luthor. This is all kind of Lego DC comics here with different villains, different heroes, more kind of comic book stuff, which is great. The instructions are printed in the magazine, so I don't know if this has like a set number necessarily, but there's also like different trivia, there's different puzzles, there's a poster in here that could be hung on the wall, a mission for Catwoman here, and lots of different stuff, and then a continuation on the comic book story here in the later half, and just a bunch of other stuff. It's very colorful, it's all Lego themed, it's all really, really neat. And then it also does talk about like how to or what's coming in the next one, which seems to be a bat bike, and other times things will come with a minifigure, or a minifigure and some accessories, or a small build. I think sometimes they've come with maybe even 2 mini figures, but I'm not 100% positive. So that's kind of an overlook here, but there's lots of different kind of like activities to do in here, which is really, really cool. And then I wanted to talk about the build. So while I build this Batmobile, I will speed the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review this small foil bag set and this magazine. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the build for this small Batmobile set, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. Thank you to the person who sent this magazine my way. And now on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego DC Batman magazine inclusion called the Epic Batmobile here. This is really pretty cute. I'm going to start by talking about just the build here, and then I'll kind of give my thoughts on everything as a whole a little later. But looking at this is pretty cool. I actually don't know if I could definitively say which Batmobile this is, at least in terms of the ones that I've seen appear on screen. This one might be the Tim Burton, Michael Keaton one, between either the first movie and the second movie. I don't think it's either of the Joel Schumacher ones with Val Kilmer or George Clooney. I don't think it's the Chris Nolan, Christian Bale one, the Tumbler as that one's called. And I don't think it's the Ben Affleck one or the Zack Snyder one, and I don't think it's the Robert Pattinson one. So, and I also don't think it's the one from the 60s or the one from the 40s or anything like that. So I'm leaning towards it being kind of more and I don't think it's the animated series one, which, because I think they actually are releasing a different version of that one, a play scale version of that one soon, or maybe it already released or something. So I'm leaning towards this being one of the Burton Keaton Batmobiles, and that's really cool. I think that's really nice. It's a classic thing, and this is a pretty good approximation of that. As I've said before, I like having different Lego sets of similar models in different scales, and this is kind of a nice consideration compared to that. I think this is pretty close to the size of some polybag builds, potentially a little bit smaller, and that's okay. I don't know if I have any of my polybag Batmobiles nearby, but I know I looked at some for like the Lego Batman movie, for example, had miniature polybag versions of a lot of the vehicles, at least the Batmobile and the Ultimate Batmobile and the Bat plane or different things. So that's pretty cool, and I think in some ways they're similar to this. So it starts just with the yellow 4x4, which does give it this nice kind of like underglow silhouette, this nice streak of yellow coming through there with the lights up at the front. But we start with that. We add these kind of slope pieces over the side. There's a 2x4 in there. Then we work on the rear, so we have the rear axle plate in here. We add a couple of these maybe for exhaust, and then we put this piece, which kind of acts as like a fender there, on top of that. Then we build out the front, which is a similar deal here. It uses a couple they're like corner plates there, this hollow stud one underneath there. Connect that all down. We do have like a 2x6 in there, I believe, kind of holding everything down. Then we add on the lights, add on the slope, add in this. We can add in the kind of translucent, dark translucent, trans black, trans brown, trans gray. I think this is the newer one, kind of for the windshield and the roof area there. We have a couple of these vented slopes at the back, which do help kind of round out the shape. And then we add on these, relative to the size of the vehicle, these pretty substantial wings on the back, which is really, really cool. I don't know if it says it here. It says it near the instructions, that it has maximum speed. The rear wings guarantee perfect aerodynamics. the onboard computer and night vision headlights and all sorts of stuff. And these wings are iconic and very, very cool. And actually, at this scale, I think they're designed really well. The slopes coming from like one of these first couple pieces you put on there, transitioning to this slope, and then one of these bigger ones, and then coming out that way. There's a little bit of studs on the side here, so some bracket usage in there, which is nice. There is, maybe a little bit of a gap in there because we have a 2x4 plate, kind of not studded down to everything over on the side, but in the center it is. And so you get that, but I can excuse that, and it doesn't really change the silhouette at all, and it could maybe even add to it. That's some function or some other thing. Maybe it's air intake, maybe it's whatever. And I think that's really nice, and it's pretty well balanced. I do like that we have these much wider wheels, bigger wheels at the rear, and then some smaller ones up front. It can, roll. The wheels all roll well, spin well. I didn't know how much clearance we would have around here, but it all checks out really, really nicely. So that's great to see. And I think overall this looks pretty nice, in comparison to the one that's like coming up, which is the Bat Cycle. I think that one is probably closer to minifig scale than this. I don't know. It didn't appear that it comes with a minifigure, but sometimes they do. This one is very clearly not minifig scale, and that's perfectly fine. And I don't need a minifig here at all. So I'm super happy with this. I think this is nice, and I think this is maybe just a hair smaller than a poly bag may be. But that said, there are poly bags that are quite small, including some ones that I've looked at relatively recently, and occasionally they have a minifigure, which does factor into the value, and occasionally they don't. And I think this kind of fits in line there in a really nice way. So I'm a fan of this. It comes together super quick. It's a nice little toy, and it's also a cute model. And when I have my big display of all of the different Lego Batmobiles and stuff, this is a welcome addition to that. So that's really good. There are no extra pieces in this, and that might just be I'm not sure totally why, but maybe it's one of those things that they don't need to package extra pieces in this at all. So that's kind of neat, but nothing to show there. And then we do just have this is the kind of paper bag. I think these used to be foil, but it appears to me that this is paper now. And that's cool. That's a nice transition there. I'm still waiting for all of these boxed sets to come with paper bags for the pieces, and I'll be maybe waiting on that for a while to come. And then you also get this magazine, which is cool. I don't know how to necessarily gauge the value of the magazine, but I can say it's not zero. It might be zero to some people. To me, it's not zero. It's kind of a neat collector item. I'm going to read the comic that's in this. I don't know if I'm going to do any of the activities necessarily, or do anything with the different posters. There's this is one side of the poster, and there's another side of the poster that has Batman on it, which this is the bottom, and the top is over here, and that's cool. And I think there's enough in here that combined with the build, combined with all the different activities, that this could be a real fun time for a person to engage with. And for whatever the price is, I mean, if it's, I don't know, 475 pounds UK is what that translates to right now in 2024. Let me see if I can figure that out. Okay, so that's roughly $6. The British pound at 4.75 is $6.05. So yeah, I mean, let's say this is let's say it's less than a poly bag for just the build. Maybe it's $4 or $3, and then maybe this is $2 or $3 or something like that. And I think that kind of makes sense to me. I mean, I just think it's a great idea and really, really cool. Very pleased to have this, and hopefully I'll be able to, or I know I'll be able to look at least a couple more of these magazines, and maybe I'll seek out some other ones that are out there just to kind of see what they have to offer. And I do know that when I've seen these at brick conventions, if it's just the foil packs or the paper packs, whether they have a minifigure in them or not, whether they come from a magazine, I'm not always positive, but the times that I have seen them, they are expensive, and much more than $5, $6, usually even more than $10, the ones that I've seen. When I see the actual magazine with them, yeah, I think it's at those places, at like a brick convention, they do have kind of a premium price on everything. So this was nice to get. Thank you so much for the person who sent this my way. It's super meaningful, very, very cool, because I've never been able to look through one of these. I've never been able to build one of these small sets or anything, and that's really, really cool. Just another element of the Lego Group products that I don't have experience with. So thank you for introducing me to this, and yeah, thank you for sending it my way. That's super, super kind and really, really generous. So thank you very much. And I think that's it. So if you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more DC, more Lego Batman, poly bags, small builds, looking at some other Lego magazines that come with builds and things like that, but then tons of Lego sets from all different themes, all different shape, size, price point, piece count. So subscribe so you don't miss any of those upcoming Lego videos. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I can't believe we passed 1,000. Now we're sitting, I think, around 1,100, which is just mind-blowing to me. So thank you so much for all of that support, and I'll have a giveaway thing kind of coming out maybe before this video is published, maybe after, but it's in the works to show my gratitude to all the people that are out there, subscribing and watching and liking and commenting. So thank you very much. Subscribe if you haven't already. It means a lot to me. And then if you wanted to support this channel in another way, you could do that here on YouTube by giving the channel money through membership, supers, and thanks. And I have the Patreon. It's in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. So those are just ways people could give money to the channel that would go back into the channel, help fund some of the purchases for various Lego sets, especially if there's ones that people actively want me to seek out or things of that nature. It would sort of lighten the burden of sort of my channel here. It's not needed, it's not necessary, but it is helpful. It is super appreciated. So thank you very much. Thank you to the person that sent this to me. That's another way of supporting the channel, and I think that's it. So thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.